Hey there. Good morning. It is Friday and we're doing Friday Focus today. So today we're going to talk about transformation. And transformation is something that can be really difficult for many of us because, we're not sure that we're going to like what's on the other side, So I want you to think about something in your life, something that you would like to transform, an area of your life that some things may not be working. So think about something in a relationship, in regards to your time and money freedom, in regards to your health and wellness, or your vocation. Think about things that may not be working for you, and think about something that you would really like to transform. Sometimes a relationship can be something, you're in a relationship with somebody, it's really not working, you don't like the way it's working, but you don't know how to improve upon it. And so what happens is we get really scared. The idea of transformation is scary for us because we know what it's like to live the life that we're living right now. We know, we show up a certain way and the other people react a certain way, right? So everybody's happy. But the thing is that you're not really happy, right? You want something to be different, but you're afraid that if you change and if you show up in a different way, then you might push the other person away, or you might, alienate yourself. You might find yourself alone. So, we're going to talk about a relationship, but you can think about this with your job. You can think about this with your time and money freedom. What isn't working and what do you want to change? What do you want to transform and how do you do it? I'm going to kind of talk to you today about the process of this, what, the feelings that are coming up, and then the steps you need to take in order to make a transformation. Because remember, everything that I teach and everything that I believe is the core of how we live our lives and how we improve our lives is understanding that our thoughts are creating our reality. So if you're afraid of making a change, if you're afraid of this transformation, a lot of times that's because you're just having fearful thoughts. You're picturing something that's going to happen and you don't even know what's going to happen, right? But you're creating a story around it. So what I want to talk to you today about is there's a story in your head about whatever it is that you're thinking about for transformation, whatever it is that you're afraid to change. And so you can keep going through life being afraid and staying stuck where you are and just saying, no, I know this is going to happen. That's going to be the situation. It's not going to work. It never works. And you can keep doing that and stay stuck, or you can make a transformation and you can lean into it, because transformation feels very difficult. It feels painful. It feels scary. And that's the problem, is people are afraid that they won't be able to live through it, that they aren't going to be able to handle it. But the truth is, it's your thoughts that are keeping you from moving there, right? So we want to help you to understand that you just have to notice that you want a transformation. You have to notice that you want to make this change and you want to get real clear. You can write down on a piece of paper. I use these huge notebooks that I love, like these big pads to brainstorm and stuff on. So anyway, think about something that you want to change that's not serving you in the areas: your health, your money, time and money freedom, your wellness, your vocation, whatever. Okay. Then think about noticing that wherever it is, like let's just say it's your health, for example. So you don't like the way your health is and you feel like you're getting more and more sick and things aren't getting any better. So, something has to die off in order for something new to come in. So something has to decompose. It's much like, a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It completely dies off into, becoming this little gooey substance, and then it becomes this beautiful butterfly. Well, caterpillars and butterflies know that they're going to become that. We as humans don't have this awareness that there's going to be something beautiful on the other side. We're afraid. We've seen things not work out in our lives. We've seen other people have the same circumstance we might be going through. Maybe we're going through a separation or something and we want to separate. Didn't realize the birds would be so loud today. My apologies, but you're out in nature today with me and this is your chance in case you're at work. Sorry. Anyway, but just be thinking about that. If you're afraid to make a change in something like that in a relationship, something's got to die off. So the part of you that's staying stuck, the part of you that's staying where you are and saying what people want to hear instead of being who you want to be, noticing that part of yourself and just saying, do I want to keep staying like this, or am I willing to make this transformation? Am I willing to make this shift? And having this awareness that on the other side, there is the freedom. I promise you, everything we do, everything goes up and comes down, spinning wheels, got to go round, whatever that song is. But everything that you might be going through that seems really scary, you're going to go into this difficult time, but then you're going to come out of it, and you can trust that process. That's just part of universal law. That's part of the way the world works. So knowing that, going into it, knowing that you are going to come out on the other side, and it might be difficult, it might be hard, but on the other side is where the freedom is, and it feels so good. So something's got to have to decompose. Whatever it is that you're thinking about right now that you would like to transform, something's going to have to break down in order for something new to grow out of it. So be okay with that. Just letting go that something is going to end. But maybe it's a relationship, and the relationship as you know it is going to end. That doesn't mean the relationship necessarily has to end, but as you know it is going to end so that something new can come out, so that you can be a different version of yourself, so that you can be a better version of yourself, right? So that you can show up in your authentic power, your true self, really living on purpose instead of stuffing down that person that is dying to get out and transform. So number one, something's going to die and let go. Be okay with that, just knowing that that's okay. With everything that dies off, something more beautiful is able to come from it. So it's all good that the things are going to die off. So be aware, that's okay. Something you're going to have to let go of something. Be okay with that. Then you want to get clear on what it is that you desire. You have to have a clear vision of where it is that you want to get to. What it is that you want in this relationship, in this vocation, for your time and money freedom, for your health and wellness. How do you want to look in your health? How do you want your body to feel? You have to get real clear. So I always recommend to people, get real clear. Make a list, like, what do I want this transformation to look like? How do I want to transform my health? How do I want to transform this relationship? How do I want to put more time into my calendar? Like, for myself, for me to enjoy my life. How do I want to bring in more money? You've got to figure out, what's that going to look like? What's it going to look like when you've got more money? How are you going to feel? You've got to tap into the feeling. So get clear on the vision, put that down and what it is that you desire, and then get clear on how you want to feel, because the feeling is what we're going through going for, and everything that we're going after in life. We may think we want a fancy car, we may want a fancy house, but it's a feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment. It's a feeling of being empowered, or it's a feeling of knowing that we're capable, whatever it is. But you may want to just feel relaxed. You might want to feel at peace. May want to feel authentic. You may want to be able to use your voice in a relationship that you haven't used your voice in a long time. So you want to go for the feelings. Then 3, notice what is working in all of these things, in the relationship or in your health and wellness. Notice, it's really important for us to then get out of thinking forward and just thinking in the moment. What is working? What do I have to build on? What is working for me? What's going well for me right now? We're selling our house right now. My kids are all getting jobs. So, this is good. Like, everybody's out, they're getting jobs. That's going well. Like, everybody's where they need to be. We're all purging. It's, I'm really happy at this process, as much as the processes of are we going to sell it? How quickly are we going to sell it? Who's going to buy it? Are we going to get what we're asking? There's all these fears and all the unknown, but noticing that everything's kind of falling into place. So sitting there and going, what is working right now? Getting clear, because when you start catastrophizing or taking yourself into the fear of the unknown, it's really important for you to bring yourself back into the moment to say, what is working? Because that's just future stuff that hasn't even happened that you're creating. That story about my house not selling is just a story I'm making, right? It may sell in 36 hours. Who knows, right? I can make that story, or I can make the story that it takes 5 years, right? So get clear, what is working? Make a list. What do I see in my life that is working? Okay, then you want to also, number 4, you want to write a list of the truths about the situation. This is your new foundation of the situation. As you're getting ready to transform, say, what is true? What do I have? What is actually going on here? Instead of the catastrophe, what is the truth? The truth is I have a beautiful home. I have people already interested in it. I haven't even put it on the market, and we've already had a bunch of people telling us that it's going to go overnight. So that's kind of, that can't be guaranteed, but that's what I can stay in, and I can stay in that moment, noticing that I do have a beautiful home, that it will be easy to sell and things like that. So, and that I'm capable. We're capable of doing this. Sometimes it's like the fear of getting it sold without a realtor. That's kind of scary, so, but I don't have to go into that. I can stay here in this space, and the truth is I'm a capable person. I've sold houses before. I can do this. So writing down a list of what are the truths about the situation. And then lastly, lean into community and support, and relax and play. When you're going through transformation, it feels very scary, right? So noticing that you're getting scared, that you're afraid, you might be in the moment of, really fearful thoughts around something in a relationship, about saying something to somebody that you've been wanting to do for a long time, and the fear of it. But get some support. Even ask, some of your friends, this is what I'm getting ready to do. Help me to remember the truth of who I am, the truth of my potential in my life. And help me to get grounded again in this moment, because I know I can get through this. And, so ask for support. But also, if you're really stressed out and you're really worried about doing something, go out and play and have fun. All right, I'm going to cut this off because I want to keep this big underneath 10 minutes. I hope I did. Hope you got something out of this. Please comment below if you have questions, but I would love to hear your greatest takeaway from this call. And thanks for being here with me today. And feel free to share this to your page with other people. Sharing is caring. So thanks for being here. Have a great day and have a great Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for the hearts.